What goes up must come down, right? So let's take a look at the blue and the red phases and how a little bit more intricacies. Imagine going to the bank, right? Imagine I borrow money from the bank. I must give it back. So let's play with that a little bit. Let's assume there's no interest. Let's assume the interest is 0.00%. And I borrow $100. Then a month later, I give $100 back. So the bank and I are equal again. Then I borrow 200 and I give 200 back. We're equal again. Then I borrow 400 and a month later, I give 400 back. We're equal again, right? So now a different situation. Now I borrow 100 and a month later I give 50 back. So I give half back. I still owe the bank 50, right? The next month I borrow 200 and I give back 100. So for the first loan I still owe 50. For the second loan I still owe 100. So in total I owe still the bank 150. So now I borrow 400 and I give 200 back. So for this loan, I still owe 200. For the first loan, I still owed 50. And for the second loan, I still owed 100. So in total, I still owe 350 to the bank, right? Unless I pay everything, I still owe the bank something. And when the bank calls me to collect, I need to be able to give the money back. This metaphor really explains what's going on in the two phases. You can see the red part, the active adaptation part, as loaning money from the bank, loaning money, loaning energy from your system, and the restoration plus the normalization phase as giving money back, restoring your energy balance. So the red is withdrawing from your energy levels and blue is putting back into your bank account. So if you have a 100 points active period, which is kind of the length in time times the intensity, if you have 100 point collected in the adaptation phase, you need to give back 100 points in the blue phases. Otherwise, you won't be equal. So that brings very interesting concepts in when you look at serious or large symptoms, they included serious or large adaptation processes. It's not that one single trigger happening one time for 4 seconds, which was very intense, but for only 4 seconds, that you end up with a very serious disease. Serious diseases or serious symptoms or large symptoms develop when the stress period has been for a long time, have been very intense, or multiplied quite a few times, repeated quite a few times. And especially with the bank metaphor, it really makes it easy. I can borrow like $1 million and give 2 cents back in the blue phase. Then I owe the bank a lot of money, and something happens that the bank calls me. I still have to give back all that money. Or I can every month borrow a little bit, borrow 50 a month, and give 1 cent back. Over time, I still build up the debt. So look at the active phase as going into debt and the blue phase as paying it back. And when everything is paid back, it's kind of normal again. Because sometimes you have this trigger, a active phase that goes on for a couple of days, you go into restoration, and just in the early phase of the restoration, something else happens. So you cannot pay back all the energy, you cannot fully recover from what happened, and a new stress phase starts. So you start borrowing again. But the money you borrowed, or the energy you borrowed in the before the restoration phase, still needs to be given back. And I have some drawings about that. We'll get to that in more detail, but I wanted to share you that right now so you know what's going on. So basically, the red area is a similar number of energy points than the blue areas, both the restoration and normalization.
Why don't you let me know your biggest insights? Comment below on this video, and what is the thing that you learned most from this video? Your insight will greatly inspire other people so they can benefit from that too.